Today is May 1st, 2024, and for me it's a pretty special day. You see, 10 years ago today, on May 1st, 2014, I was officially hired to serve as the lead pastor of the Hills Church. 10 years ago today was also the first day of a personal and professional journey in which God solidified His call on my life. For the past 10 years, I've not only served as the pastor of the Hills Church, I've functioned as an intentionally bivocational pastor. Or, as I like to phrase it, an entrepreneurial pastor. However you phrase it, whatever terms you use, for the past 10 years I've worked at least 2 jobs, sometimes 3. And I've done that to maximize my impact for the kingdom of God. Also to nurture a congregation which takes personal ownership of the ministry of the church. As well as to financially support my family without having to focus on endless fundraising or resorting to begging for donations. For the first few years, I led the church as well as my own business, before ultimately transitioning to more of a supportive role in other businesses. I've also served in public office and held numerous leadership roles on a number of nonprofits throughout the years. I'll never forget the words of my first pastoral ministry professor in college. With the genuine intent of encouraging us to pay attention as he lectured in those first opening days of class, he said, and I quote, "You better pay attention or you'll wind up as one of those pastors who have to write their sermons in between flipping burgers." Now, he meant that as a joke, and it came out of the genuineness of his heart. But that statement stuck with me, and it planted a seed within my heart that would ultimately develop into the belief that many church leaders and many pastors still believe to this day. That bivocational ministry, that entrepreneurial ministry is a sign of failure as a pastor. It took me actually serving as a traditional full-time pastor for a few years to recognize that I simply was not built for that sort of role. I knew I could be doing more accurately, I should say, I knew I should be doing more. I thrive in an environment in which I'm able to leverage my education, my experience, my talents, my gifts, my interests in a myriad of different ways. People often comment, "You work in this role, you do that, you function in this capacity, you have this job, plus you have a family with young children. How in the world do you do it all? Do you ever sleep at night?" The truth is, all that I do, very little of it feels like work to me. I'm energized by the work that I do because I genuinely love what I do every single day. And that's why I'm posting this today. I'm posting this today as a way to simply give thanks. Give thanks to God, of course, but also give thanks to the congregation at the Hills who have made the past 10 years possible. It has not always been easy. We have had more than our fair share of obstacles to overcome. And I've certainly made my fair share of mistakes along the way as well. But as a result of God's undeniable blessing on our efforts and your ceaseless commitment to our spiritual family, these past 10 years have been the greatest professional and personal experience of my life. It's been an absolute honor to serve as the pastor of the Hills Church for the past 10 years. And I'm just so excited to see what God has in store for the next 10. But with that being said, I've got some work to do. I'm a pretty busy guy. So I'm going to get back to work. And I hope to see you all on Sunday morning. God bless.